Magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Ngayon po ay November 23, 2022, Miyerkules. 32 days na lang, Pasko na. Mabuhay po kayo at welcome po sa the stock market today. At ang ating news ay tungkol sa BSP, no? Tungkol sa plano nilang rate hikes. At may special report din po tayo tungkol sa economy. Ako po si Benji Chidoro, isang retired bank officer na nagsimula mag-invest sa Philippine stock market ng 2007. Araw-araw ko pong binabalita ang pinaka-latest news tungkol sa inyong paborito at pinaka-aktibong stock sa Philippine market. Kung gusto niyo po ng content, niimbitahan ko po kayo mag-subscribe. Kung meron po kayong stocks na gusto ipa-review, paki-comment lang po sa comment box at ating ipa-prioritize. Hindi po ako financial advisor. Mga sinasabi ko po dito ay hindi po financial advice. Huwag kayong alis dahil babahagi ko sa inyo ang ating financial headlines at ang resulta ng trading sa ating PSE ngayong araw, November 23, 2022, dito lamang sa The Stock Market Today. Okay, ang ating headlines ay nandito po. Galing po ng BDO Securities, no more jumbo rate hikes, sabi po ng BSP. Ito po ang ating main news. Government raises 93 billion from the sale of T-bonds. Ito po yung T-bonds na 20-year T-bonds na 8.012%. At meron po yung withholding tax. Wala na yatang withholding tax to. Or wala nang tax dahil more than 5 years. No? So 8.012%, medyo mataas po yan. Then S&P says rising rates may slow Philippine credit growth. Maynilad earmarks 22 billion for construction of 7 water treatment plants. And ang problema kasi dito is that the current treatment plant in Putatan, lagi po nag-breakdown ito eh. So they have to have better treatment plants dahil, especially those yung source ay Manila Bay, napakadumi po ng tubig. Kaya po nagbabog down sa dumi ng tubig. And then, domestic air passenger traffic reached 16 million in the first 9 months of 2022. Okay, so let's now go to our top story. Ito po'y galing ng Business World. No more jumbo rate hikes, sabi ni BSP Governor Medalla. The BSP is ruling out another jumbo rate hike as it expects the U.S. Federal Reserve to slow the pace of tightening in December. BSP Governor Felipe Medalla said on Tuesday that the policy decision at its December 15 meeting will depend on the latest move by the Fed, which will have its own meeting by December 14 to 15. Ang sinabi kasi ng Fed, nagbigay po siya ng hint na yung malaking hike niya na 75 basis points ay hindi na po mangyayari, no? Kasi no September 21, nagkaroon ng 25 and 75 basis points respectively, total of 100 basis points or 1%. So, yung 75 basis points would be the last, no? So, most likely, it will do about 50 to 25. If the Fed will hike by 50 basis points, Mr. Medalla said the BSP cannot afford to keep rates unchanged. The U.S. Central Bank raised rates by 375 basis points since March, including its fourth 75 basis point rate hike earlier this month, bringing the benchmark interest rate to a range of 3.75 to 4%. Last week, the BSP increased its benchmark rate by 75 basis points to 5%, the biggest or the highest nearly 14 years. it has also so far hiked rates by 300 basis points since May to tame inflation. Mr. Medalla said the Monetary Board's next policy move will also depend on the latest inflation data. So yung inflation sa October is 7.7 at ito po'y napakataas sa target na 2 to 4%, and yung average inflation na 5.4. So yan po ang ating main news, and yung slowing down ng interest rates is good news because it will finally push the stock market upwards. So, ang next item na gusto kong i-share sa inyo ay itong research ni BDO Securities on the Philippine economy. Philippine Equity Strategy, actually, ang title niya. Growth Fundamentals to Push the Philippine Composite Index to 7,600 level. Yun po yung headline niya. With healthy earnings, low valuations are supportive of equities. The Philippine Composite Index recovery is facing mounting headwinds, and the headwinds are inflation, actually, hitting 7.7% in October. The Philippine economy is resilient enough to accommodate rising rates. Corporate earnings surprise on the upside in the third quarter of 2022. And in 2023, the Philippine Composite Index may reach 7,600. Diversified portfolio of cyclicals, consumptions, and defensive plays. Given the backdrop of sticky inflation and rising rates, we suggest investors hold a diversified portfolio of recovering cyclicals, BPI, MBT, and SMPH, resilient consumption stocks like SM, RRHI, and Pure Gold, defensive power and port operations, AP, ASEN, and ICT, and dividend yield plays, AREIT, SCC, and LTG. So yun po yung recommendation ni BDO Sec. For cyclicals, we expect banks to benefit from healthy loan demand and improving lending margins, while property gains from broadening economic activity. Resilient consumption, on the other hand, would sustain growth for retail, power, and port operations. Dividend yields serve as bond alternatives for investors looking for portfolio volatility. So yan po yung equity research, at maganda po yung kanyang recommendation dito. So diversified portfolio ang kanyang nire-recommend. At kung makikita niyo po yung mga names dito o yung mga stocks na kanyang nire-recommend, mga index stocks po ito. So in other words, nire-recommend po niya, most of them are index stocks. So nire-recommend po niya na magagandang pangalan that would give a balanced return. A balanced return. So cyclicals, ito yung BPI, MBT, and SMPH. Consumption, SM, RRHI, and Pure Gold, mga holding company po ang SM. RRHI is Robinson's holding company, and Pure Gold is retail, AP, ASEN, ICT is power, and dividend, ang nagbibigay ng magandang dividend is AREIT, SEC, and LTG. Okay, so before we go to the index, let me check. I saw some comments here. Si John kay Dick. Good evening po. Request ko paki-review yung City Core. Mag-umpisa po kung mag-invest this December. Uumpisahan ko po ito. Anong sa inyo dito? Sige po, tingnan po natin ang City Core. REIT po ito, REIT ang City Core. And then, good evening po, sir. Tanong ko lang sa dividend, pag nabenta ba sa X date ang hawak na stock, magkakaroon ka din ba ng dividend kahit hindi na umabot sa record date? Maraming salamat po and God bless. Okay, yan po ang tanong ni Nicomedes Fordan. So just like what I have been saying, in some of my, magbigay nga tayo ng isang example dito. Say for example, okay, ito na lang si Globe Telecoms, no? May dividend po siya ng 5.25. Ex-date is November 22. Record date is November 25. Payment date is December 9. Ano ba ang ibig sabihin nun? Ang ibig sabihin po ng ex-date ay sa date na yan, hindi na po kayo kasama. Etcha puwera na po kayo sa dividendo. So, ang ex-date po niya ay November 22. Ito po ay yesterday. Di ba? So, kung bumili po kayo ng Globe Telecoms kahapon, ngayon at sa susunod pa, wala na, hindi na po kayo kasama. Pero, pagka bumili po kayo ng dividendo, ng stock, ng Globe, noong November 21, the day before X date, kasama po kayo. Ang tanong, pagka binili ko ba yan ng November 21 before X date, kasama ako sa dividends, di ba? Kung binenta ko yan the following day, November 22, kasama pa rin ba ako? Yes, kasama po kayo. Kasi nabili nyo po ang stock before X date. Okay? Kasama po kayo dyan. Kasi, ang gagawin po ng Globe, no? Yung core sec niya, corporate secretary, ang gagawin po niya, titignan niya kung sino-sino po ang may hawak na dividendo one day before X date, meaning November 21. Yan po ang isasama niya sa record date on November 25. Sa akin po, mas importante po yung X date. Bakit? Kasi diyan yun malalaman kung kasama kayo o hindi. Yan po yung deadline or date na hindi po kayo kasama. X date po ang reckoning date. So, kung November 21, one day before X date po kayo bumili, kasama po kayo. Kahit ibenta nyo yan noong November 22, 23, 24, kasama pa rin po kayo. Kahit wala na po sa inyo ang stock on X date. Yan. Yan po ibig sabihin yan. Okay, nasagot ko ba yung hindi po aabot sa record date? Doesn't really matter eh. Ang reckoning po ninyo is X date. Okay? Yan po ang importanteng date. And the payment date, of course, December 9. Doon po kayo babayaran through your stockbroker. Good day, sir. Ito naman kay and Steve 9934. Good day, sir. As a bank officer, can you discuss to us about the humor o baka rumor ang ibig sabihin. Rumor of coming recession this 2023. Also, what an investor should do to his or her portfolio if a recession is imminent. Should we sell at a loss or should, as of now, slowly pull back our position since almost break-even pa? What are your strategies as a bank officer? I know it not recommendation, but I would like to know your point of view pag nagkaroon kami ng idea. Many thanks po. Alam niyo po, first of all, ang trabaho ko po sa bangko, hindi po ako portfolio manager. But there are some officers in the bank na yun po ang trabaho. Halimbawa po, yung officers po sa trust na nagmamanage po ng client's portfolio. No? Yun po, ang trabaho po nila ay mag-recommend ng stocks, mag-recommend ng bonds, mag-recommend ng investments sa mga kliyente and they buy on their behalf. So, ang naging work ko po sa bank ay compliance. But, as a senior officer of the bank, nagkakaroon po ng briefing ang mga high level, yung mga pagka uma-attend po ako ng board, meron pong nagre-report on the state of the economy and how the senior officers would position their investments, the investments of the bank as to the kung anong kalakaran ng economy. So in that sense, nalalaman ko po, may general idea po ako kung anong nangyayari sa economy. But as to on the day-to-day na pagtutok sa stock market, hindi ko po ginagawa yon unless it's my portfolio, no? Yung personal portfolio ko po. So, ang tanong niya dito is, can you discuss to us about the baka rumor ang ibig mo sabihin of the coming recessions this 2023. Also, what an investor should do to his or her portfolio if recession is imminent. First of all, yung rumor, I don't think that is the correct term, no? Baka yung the more correct term there would be possibility, di ba? Possibility. Kasi rumor is sabi-sabi, di ba? Pero kung possibility, because of nangyayari ngayon, maaring mangyari, maaring hindi, di ba? First, nangyayari ang recession kung nag-slow down ang economy at tumaas ang interest rate so much na hindi na the business, hindi na conducive to business ang isang economy, no? So ang gagawin na lang niya, paano yan? Mas mataas ang interest rate sa T-bills, doon na lang ako mag-invest, hindi na lang ako maglalagay sa negosyo. Ganun po eh. At because of the recession, hindi nagsasara yung mga kumpanya, nagbabawas ng mga tao. Di ba? So, ang tanong mo is, what an investor should do to his or her portfolio? It depends. If you saw my video on the description po below, meron yan, an introduction to the Philippine stock market. Diniscuss ko po doon yung two types of portfolio. Kasi it depends on what your objective is. What is your reason kung bakit ka bumibili ng stocks? Bakit ka nag-i-invest? Bakit ka nasa stock market? Para mag-trade o para mag-invest? Diba? Dalawang klase yun, ha? Trading is buying and selling. Investing is your view is longer. So, ang horizon mo for holding the stock is 3 to 5 years, perhaps longer. Kaya ang binibili mong stocks pang long term. Ngayon, kung trading ka lang, you plan to hold it sometimes hours lang, buy and sell, and then sometimes you hold it for a few days, for a few weeks. Kung ikaw ay, there's this type of investor na you hold it for 1 to 2 months and then sell it off. Trading po ang tawag doon. Now, it depends. Ngayon, if you're a long-term investor, hindi mo bebenta yan. Lalo-lalo na kung yung stocks mo ay maganda. At tulad nung dinescribe ni BDO Securities kanina, no? Yung diversified portfolio, no? Yung mga sinasuggest niya dito mga pangalan, pang long-term po ito. Ito po yung whether the economy is good or bad, you are not shortchanged with these names or with these stocks. Yan po yung pang long term. So, kung ikaw ay bumibili ng stock sa stock market, what is your objective? Long term ba o pang trading? Ngayon, nasagot ko na po yung long term to. So, you just hold on to it as long as you have a good portfolio and the stocks will be there for better or for worse. Example lang po, si Ayala Corporation. Kailan po naging kumpanya yan? During the Spanish regime. Diba? Hanggang ngayon, nandito pa po. Bakit? Dumating po yung Spanish-American War. Dumating po yung World War I. Dumating po yung World War II. Dumating po ang martial law. Dumating po ang EDSA Revolution. O, nandyan pa rin siya, di ba? Hindi siya nawawala. So, for better or for worse, nandyan siya. So, example lang po yan. Ngayon, that is for the investment side. Ngayon, ang tanong mo is, if recession is imminent, should we sell at a loss or should we now slowly pull back on our position since almost break-even pa? It really depends, actually. Kasi kung short-term investor kayo or trading, then you will have to look at the signs. So if the stock is going down, di mag-sell ka, di ba? Kasi kung trading ang objective mo, kailangan ay meron kang stop loss. So meron kang target price, pero meron kang stop loss. Kasi your trade idea is only as good as your stop loss, di ba? Kung inaakala mong aakyat yung stock pero bumaba, mag-cut ka ng loss, di ba? Pero kung umaakyat yan, you ride with the trend. Diba? Hanggang ma-reach mo yung target price mo. Pero kung umaakyat pa, then magkaroon ka ng moving stop loss. Kumbaga, ina-adjust mo yung stop loss mo pataas. Ganyan po. Ngayon, kung bumaba na po yan, edi mag-stop loss ka na. Or cut loss, yung tinatawag nila. So, it really depends on your objective when you buy the stock. Diba? So, kung meron kang for investment, you keep that long term. Kaya ako ay maintain 2 portfolios. No? Investment and trading. Ganon din ang ginagawa sa mga bangko. Meron din sila for investment, meron din sila for trading. Yung investment, hindi nila ginagalaw yan. Kailangan po ng approval bago mo ibenta yan. Pero yung trading, you can sell that anytime. You can sell that to consumers. Of course, you have to earn a spread, di ba? Yan po. Yan po ang aking sagot dyan. Nasagot ko ba? Medyo mahaba. I'm sorry, but mahaba. Pero yun po yung aking tingin. I suggest that you take a look at my video on Introduction to the Philippine Stock Market. That's the description po below. And I discuss the different strategies or things on how to trade and how to choose or pick good investment stocks. Yun po. Okay, and Steve, so I think I will make a separate video on this para kasi kung masyadong mahaba po yung episode ay baka hindi naman po healthy sa ibang mga viewers. Pero I hope I have answered your question. Okay, salamat po. SECB and MWC isip roman. Sige po, gawin po natin yan. So, tignan natin ang index kung ano na ang nangyari today. Okay, ang ating index umakyat na naman, nasa 80.67 or 1.25% up, no? Ang projection ng BDO Securities ay aakyat pa up to 7,600 level, no? So nasa 6510.32. So by the end of 2023, the projection is nasa 7,600 ang ating index. Ngayon ay nasa 6,500 level. Market activity naman, 83 kumpanya ang bumaba, 105 ang umabante, 45 ang hindi nagbago. Ang all-share index natin umakyat ng 0.76. Samantalang lahat ng sectoral indices ay umakyat. Ang pinaka malaking akyat ay galing sa holding companies or galing sa properties at 2.57%, followed by the holding companies. So yung titingnan po natin today ay ang CREIT, SECB, MWC, SLI is the most active stock, followed by ABA, then BDO. Malamang ang nag-contribute po dito ay ang JFC, SMPH at Ali, yung next 3, no? At URC din, na malaki din po ang kanilang akyat. So, umpisa na po natin sa CREIT. Si CREIT, pababa po, bearish po si CREIT. Pero, kung titingnan po natin ang company profile po niya, actually galing po ito sa website, no? Citicorp Power, a community-focused renewable energy company with a healthy mix of operating assets and solutions in renewable energy, water, biomass spaces, and wholly owned subsidiary of sponsor Citicorp Renewable Energy Corp. And the only vertically integrated renewable energy company in the Philippines, no? At dito, pag kita natin sa first metro section company profile din po niya, the company is owned by Mabalacat Solar Philippines. So bumibili po sila ng land and buildings in order to produce renewable energy. Yan, CREIT is the Philippines' first energy-focused REIT. All listed REITs have portfolios centered on office and mixed-use spaces. So, the proceeds, ito po nag-IPO sa presyong 255, pero with the closing price today ay 215 po, no? So it's below IPO price. Pero based on the technicals ay bearish po ang dating ng CREIT, although nagbibigay po siya ng dividendo, and the lower price would have a higher dividend yield. So 3.5 centavos plus 4.4 centavos plus 4.4 centavos plus 4.4 centavos, ano po ang total niyan? Ang total po niyan ay 16.7 centavos, and that translates to a dividend yield of 7.77%. Net dividend yield is 7%. Yan po, no? So, in terms of appreciation, di po siya nag-appreciate. Nag-depreciate po siya ng 15.7%. Pero, nagbibigay po siya ng dividendo, which makes the dividend yield more attractive if the price is lower. So for the year, it gave a 7.77% dividend yields. Yan po si CREIT. So bearish po ang dating niya sa akin, at nakikita ko po ang support niya dito sa 2 pesos, while the resistance ay nandito po sa area 222. Okay? SECB. Si SECB, yan. Bullish po si SECB, ha? At yung ating mga indicators nasa ilalim po ng candlestick. Meaning, bullish po ito at paakyat po ang stock. Yung ating RSI is overbought. So, merong risk na ito ay mag-reverse soon, ano? But the last oversold level, nandito po noong August pa. At nag-near oversold po siya noong October 3 at 33.06. Pero right now, the support is here at 80.45. Tingnan natin yung fundamentals nitong si SECB. SECB is under banking, under the financials, security bank. Meron siyang buy rating sa video securities with a target price of 134 or a 41% upside. No? So ngayon nasa 95.50 siya. At yung resistance, at I think this is resistance level na po. Kasi nandito po yung resistance niya, nasa 93.26, so lumagpas na siya po ng konti sa resistance level. Support and resistance, hindi po yan exact points, ito po ay areas. So maganda po SECB dahil ang kanyang fundamentals ay maganda. Target price is 134. MWC naman, MWC, naku, lumalarga si MWC, ha. Maganda po si MWC dahil patuloy po siyang umaakyat. So, ita-trend follow nyo lang po, no? So, lumagpas na po sa support level. Actually, resistance po nandito. Ngayon ay support, no? Ito po yung dating resistance niya, 1654, eh. Very near that, no? At yung next resistance nandito po sa 21.06, no? Yan po. Or 21 pesos ang next resistance level. Maganda po yung earnings report niya, no? 37.90 per share. Ex-date is November 28 and payment date is December 19. Yan po. So that's MWC. And then SLI, the most active stock, Santa Lucia. Actually, kulang po sa volume kasi sa Santa Lucia, kaya po ganito siya, oh. Sporadic and very volatile yung kanyang presyo. Mukhang nilalaro lang po ito ng mga traders, ano? Then suddenly, nagkaroon po ng malaking volume dito, ano? And I don't know what's causing this. I was trying to take a look at the news kanina, pero ito lang nakikita ko, yung sales from upscale 128 Nivel Hills. So mukhang kuha sila ng profits dito. But otherwise, I don't find the stock very attractive, no? Yan po. So, basically, this is just very few. Hindi natin makita yung bid and ask. Gusto ko sana makita yon. Pero yung volume niya, maliit lang 407.09 million with 140.36 million shares, no? And trades are just 26. So, konting-konti lang po, no? You compare it, say, for example, with SECB. So, ilan ang trades ni SECB? 21.21, 2.21 thousand shares. So, SLI is just 26. Kaya po ganito yung movement niya. Yan po ang ating tingin sa SLI. And maaring something is happening here na nagkaroon ng volume, but I am not privy to that. Hindi ko po alam kung what's causing this and why it's the most active stock today, no? Maaring something is cooking behind this company or behind the fundamentals and behind the news, no? Which I am not aware. Okay, and then ABA, may backdoor listing daw to pero ngayon bumaba siya. Ito po yung dating resistance niya. Ito yung resistance actually, no? Pero bumaba po siya ng bumaba, nagkaroon po siya ng breakdown. So this is the next support level na ngayon ay resistance, nasa 230. So ano kaya? Hindi kaya totoo yung mga rumors na yan? Kasi ang laki ng bagsak niya kahapon, nasa 18.49%, 2.38 ang closing niya. Tapos ngayon, nasa 191, down 19.75. So, maaring yung news na sinasabing merong kumpanyang bumibili, maaring hindi totoo. O maaring hindi totoo yung backdoor listing. At na-hype lang po ng ibang mga tao sa market. So, bearish na rin po. Nag-turn bearish na rin po siya. Okay? I think I can see the next support level nandito po sa 163. So, marami po siyang trades today at 393.52 million po ang kanyang volume. Finally, we have BDO. Actually, BDO, magandang bumili ha. 129.50. So, it's just consolidating, dito po sa area to. At tingin ko tataas pa rin to si BDO. Kasi tingnan nyo yung general direction ng black line. Actually, it's just sideways, pero maganda po kasi ang fundamentals ng BDO. So, ang pinaka-lower support, nandito po siya sa 111, no? Dito po, July 1, kung nakachempo po kayo dito, maganda po, lowest point, pati rin po dito, although hindi po siya oversold. So, at this point, mukhang near overbought na po siya, pero still, the fundamentals of BDO are very good. So, 52-week high is 140, pero malapit na po siyang umabot doon, So, resistance nandito po sa 135 pesos. Okay, so yan po ang ating report sa stock market. Ika-22 ng Nobyembre, 32 days na lang Pasko na. Ito po si Benji Chodoro, nagpapaalala, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Maraming salamat sa inyong pagtangkilik at hanggang sa muli. Stay safe. God bless. Bye for now.